talk about something kind of interesting. I've got some dates here. Dates are an ancient food. These have been around for a very long time. There is evidence of these being cultivated as far back as 6000 BC. So dates are pretty ordinary kind of fruit for a lot of people. In America, though, they're kind of difficult to find. You can find them dry, like these here, but finding fresh dates is actually pretty tricky. This is obviously a yellow date, but there are many different cultivars of dates. Something really interesting that I found out about dates is there used to be a variety called the Judean date palm. This date was so important that it's even referenced in biblical texts. However, this particular variety has been extinct for nearly 2,000 years. Well, in the 1960s, while excavating Herod the Great's tomb, a jar of Judean date palm seeds was found, and in 2005, one of these seeds sprouted. And now, nearly 10 years later, it is a small tree. It hasn't fruited, though, because this particular plant is male, and dates are dioecious. Dioecious plants are, one is male and one is female, so you need two plants in order to make a fruit. Only one of these seeds sprouted and it's a male, so what they're going to do is they're going to take the pollen from the male and bring it into its closest date relative so they can create a crossbreed of this fruit, so it'll be as close as possible to what the Judean date palms actually were. Which is really cool to me, to think that something was extinct, like a fruit that existed way back in the day is now completely gone for thousands of years. Now we're gonna get it back, which is just a really powerful thing, just to think that technology has gotten that far where we're able to take something from that long ago, a seed from that long ago, and using our know-how, we can create that fruit again. It's like if we were able to get like an extinct animal back, if we suddenly started getting dodo birds all over the place, like that would be pretty cool. Or dinosaurs, why not? Like maybe we can't do Jurassic Park, but we can do Judean Date Palm Park. It's not so exciting, but still it's pretty cool. I hope that by the time, while I'm still alive, I'll be able to try that fruit, because that's pretty nifty. Supposedly it's going to be fruiting in 2022, so it's going to be a little while, another like almost 10 years from now, before we can eat those fruits, and that's if it does take. So there are 4 stages of ripeness for a date. There is unripe. There is crunchy, like this one would be the crunchy phase. There's the soft phase, where these are they have softened a little bit. Would probably be like something around like what this looks like here, how this one is softened. And then there is the final stage, which is dried, when you dry them out. So I don't have unripe to try, but I do have the 3 other phases. So I'm going to try these dates in succession to see what they taste like, and see how that goes. But I'm going to start with the crunchy phase. Very good. Kind of hard to describe, but one thing's for sure, it's giving me a little bit of dry mouth, so maybe this is a little underripe, or just the crunchy phase are a little bit astringent. They're very, very sweet. I've heard that dates can have as much as 70 grams of, or 70 calories per fruit, which is pretty high. So you can tell they're very, very sweet. They're crunchy the way like an apple is. Maybe even actually crunchier than an apple. It's a little more dense than an apple. Very sweet, not citric at all. There's no tartness to it. It's actually very mellow. These taste a little bit like sweet potatoes. Not like cooked sweet potatoes, but if you ever bite into a raw sweet potato, it tastes a little bit like that. That's that weird flavor that I was detecting that I've had before. It's not starchy tasting so much, but it does have like a little bit of that mellow sweet potato kind of like raw sweet potato kind of flavor. So next we've got the soft phase. I don't know if this is going to be any good. It smells a little fermented, so I'm guessing it's not, but I'm going to take a bite out of it anyway. And it's actually only soft on one side, the other side is still hard, so this is probably not going to taste good, but I'm going to try it. Yeah, that's just fermented tasting. I think that this is not properly in the second phase yet. Next, I've got dry dates here. I've never actually had like a straight up date before. I think I've had it like in things, but never just like out of hand like a dry date. So let's see if they taste similar at all. I like the crunchy ones better. It's good. There isn't the dry mouth taste to it, but the texture of it's pretty nasty. It's kind of like soft and slimy. It still has like very sugary, sweet taste to it. Maybe a little bit like a caramel or raisin kind of taste to it too. So those are pretty interesting. But if I had to decide, I would actually go with the fresh ones. Even though they give you dry mouth a little bit, at least these ones do. They taste a lot better, a little fresher tasting, obviously. They're okay. Honestly, I would rather eat, if I had to eat something dried, I would eat, raisins or prunes or something. These taste similar to that, but are kind of lacking. Oh, and one other thing that I found out about these is you can actually take the seeds of the dates and you can roast them and make coffee out of it. I guess it wouldn't technically be real coffee, but you can grind it and brew it the way you would with coffee, and you can mix it with coffee to add like a different kind of flavor or like filler to it, so people can do that, which is kind of cool. I'd really like to try that, but I don't have a coffee grinder or roaster or anything like that, so that probably won't happen this time around, but maybe in the future I'll do that. Well, that's all I have to say, so thanks for watching.